So, you know what's up, I know what's up, let's talk about what's up. Although, let's just get into a level before we do. So, at the time of recording this, the Splatoon 3 Direct was last night, and, as much as I want to talk about that right the fuck now, I think what I'll be doing is oh, okay, I think I like what I see here. Yeah, what I'll be talking about first and foremost is that so okay. Yeah, last episode I mentioned that one of these episodes in this recording session was going to be me going back and going through the things. Okay. Okay. So in between recording sessions, I did go and see if what levels I was interested in going back for. I had a look, and I could only find 5. Okay, wow. What is this? Okay, I think I see what I'm doing. Okay, yeah. Which isn't bad for the amount of levels we've done so far, which I think is like about an 8. Yeah. It's not so bad. It's like my only concern and why I'm thinking about doing something a little bit different from then on out, or from now on out, is that 2 of those times was for the same level, and I don't think it'll be very interesting to go through the same level twice in one episode. So my new plan for that is that I will be continuing on then once, or I think before we go collect the next, or the final thing. Okay. Okay, I see what that was. Yeah, before we go collect the final thing, I'm thinking that that is when I'll go back through and look through all the levels. Although, that being said, that will be its own recording session, and okay, I see what we need to do. I'm not sure I can do this without that type of focus, or like without full focus, but okay. Yeah. Yeah, that will be its own recording session, and I'm thinking that, or how I'll handle that is depending on how long that is, or ends up being. I'll either cut it down to 2 or 3 episodes. 2 episodes being the sweet spot, what I would want, but if possible, I might think about editing it down. Okay, cool. Yeah. I might think about editing it down to just 1 episode, taking the best moments from that. So, yeah. Not to mention, then at that point, it would kind of be a cool, like, hey, before we finish off, here's a fun. Oh, this is like the first level from the main thing. Yay. Yeah. Yeah, it'll basically be like fun. Like, hey, before we go, here is a bit of a recap sort of thing. Shit. Yeah. Speaking about that, I'm hoping I get this at least finished recording-wise by the time Splatoon 3 comes out. Because I don't, kind of get the feeling there might be like a month or two long hiatus of like starting from the September 9th. Because, Splatoon 3 will be the first time I've been able to play a Splatoon game from the very beginning, getting to see like it evolve and all that. Ah, shit. So yeah, that process, like that thought alone is going to be very cool. Like, is very appealing to me because like I actually get to partake in a Splatfest when the game is like alive and not semi-dead, sort of thing. Also, getting to see the meta evolve and all that, like that is probably what I'm most interested in, because like by the time I got to 2, the meta was pretty much solidified. I think I want to say some of the pros aren't like the wait, what? Where are they? Yeah. Some of the pros think that the way their meta is at the moment could be better. And hey, what do you know? That is basically just gonna be Splatoon 3. Although, one thing they announced in the direct that I'm a little iffy about is the whole fact that there's going to be another DLC campaign, which I don't exactly know what to think about that, as it's like, I kind of get the feeling that it could have easily been a part of release. So like, what? Okay, I think we might just be defeating all the enemies and all that. Get that a little bit faster like this. Yeah, so like, if it's going to be a thing focusing on Pearl and Marina, like it's alluding to, I kinda like, so I kinda wish it would have been a thing from the like thing at launch. Like, holy shit. Not focusing, but then when I think about it, it's sort of like, yeah, they might be doing something to further the NSO expansion pack. as that has the DLC. Well, it has this on there, and it has Mario Kart 8's Booster Course DLC, and basically, I think they kind of want, like, I get the feeling they might be pushing that sort of thing. Because, like, while at the moment I don't have the expansion pack, I'm thinking that if it included a little more, maybe I might pick it up, maybe? Because, like, the only thing I'm thinking about, well, the only thing I would use the expansion pack for is, at the moment is, Banjo and Kazooie, and, through unofficial means, I've got a way to play that game now. So, kind of like a thing of, I am not, like, at the moment it isn't really for me. Okay, wow. Okay, I'm just going a little quiet so I can focus. I think I might just do that so I can get them from behind, I think. Again, silent time. Yeah. That's what I want to say. Kind of get the feeling like this might be a better topic for next episode. I'll have more time to talk about it then, but I'm... Okay, yeah, there's like half an episode left, I can still talk about it, I think. So, today I finished up the main story of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and oh boy! I don't want to get too in-depth with it. All I'll say is, like, I'm... like... After watching the credits, I pretty much immediately went back in... Oh, I immediately went into Future Connected. Just to see how that went, or just to see how, like, that fits in. And, I only played, like, a little bit of it, only just because, like... I'd kinda, the only reason I finished the main story of, Xenoblade was because, like, I had reached a point where I was like, I don't really feel the need to, like, continue on with all these side quests. Also, okay. Oh, yeah, this might be, like, a good episode, a good thing to talk about the thing in. Because, I went into Xenoblade with the restriction of I'm not going to look anything up. Although, as I played, that kind of just came down to I'm going to, like, the only thing I'm going to look up is, like, things on how to complete it. Yeah, how to complete a quest and all that. And, like, you know, what enemies dropped an item I needed, like all that type of shit. And so safely clear out this. Yeah. By the point I got into, I was like, shit. Yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Like, the one quest I've got on at the moment is okay. So from this side, so it's 3 up. And then the one in the middle. Okay, that, yeah. I was like, the point I was up to was like, I've only got like one quest I can do, and it involves me, well, I've only got one quest on me at the moment, and it involves, killing 2 high-leveled unique enemies. I was able to get one down, also it's like 3, and that one I can break, yeah, yeah, the thing, I was able to take down one, but then, the other one, I think, its auto attack was dealing daze damage. So that one was much tougher than the other one. I was like, oh, cool, fun. And then another thing was, yeah, one thing I was kind of trying to complete, but wasn't, like, by that time I was kind of just done with it, was the Collectopedia. And the final thing I needed was a love source. And I had set up all of the requirements except for one. And that one was getting an item with a value high enough that I could trade for it. That was the only thing, like, stopping me from collecting the Collectopedia, or finishing the Collectopedia, as, okay, I think this might be the last level, maybe. Yeah. The only item that has a value high enough to trade for the love source is, well, dropped by super bosses, and as I... Wait, what? Oh, I don't think I like this. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's super bosses, and I kind of told myself, like, hey, I don't really feel like diving too deep into the, whole, character build aspect of this game, because if I do, I'm just gonna delve, like, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about, really. I'm right in assuming that's the thing I need, right? Oh, maybe a bomb. Maybe? Yeah. So my thing on, like, how I dealt with unique monsters was basically just if it's in my, or if I find it, or if I need to take it down for a quest, I'm gonna fight it. But if I don't come across it and I don't need, there's not a quest I come across where I need to fight a thing, I'm just not gonna, cause like. Oh, right, we can... I think that might be the way we do things. We have to, like, jump off it. Maybe. I'm not really well-versed in how these things work, so... This could take a little bit to get to. Yeah. Although that being said, like, that wasn't really the... Yeah. So at that point, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this, because, like, even though you can fight things on the leveled, and it's kind of recommended somewhat. Okay. Yeah, even if it is somewhat recommended, I don't really want to delve too deep into this, because, like, I'm at the end of the game, totally being honest. I kind of want to move on to the, I want to move on to Future Connected, so I might dip, because, ever since completing the Bionis core, from that point on, I kind of had to be careful of how I weaved my path around through everything, and I don't really like doing that. So let's see if so it is that one we need to get to. No shit, dude. Yeah. Because like, after that point, they kind of just drop a whole lot of high-leveled enemies on you in, like, most areas, and I think that is the point where the super bosses become unlocked, and, like, oh boy, that's not fun. So what I was pretty much doing before I said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna go finish the main story, was pretty much just grinding levels and, trying to do a thing. Cause like, while I do sort of like how they do the whole enemy thing, it can kind of be a little bit frustrating because like, things aren't always consistent, and like that's kind of annoying for me. So, okay, thank you. I hate this. I think if I fall, I might just cut back to when I get back up to here again, because like I think if I fall, there might be a high chance I'm going all the way back down to like the beginning. Or not. Get it first try. see what we're doing. I'm not entirely sure if I like it, but I see what we're doing. Okay. Okay, the corners are somewhat messing me up, just a little bit. Man, there's still more. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. Like a big point of sort of my frustration with it was an enemy who dropped an item I needed to make a weapon of a specific nature, is all I'll mention without spoiling a lot. Yeah, turns out there's only 2 enemies in the entire game that drop that item, and one of them is a super boss, the highest leveled super boss on the game, so yeah, no. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Okay, I need to like adjust the timing with this one. Just ever so slightly, so I can get this right, and the other one only spawns in when the requirement might be a little bit loose, because I'm not entirely sure how accurate it is. Yeah, the requirement is to have Colony 6 at a completion rate of at least 90 to 95%. By the time I kind of found out about that, I was like, oh, fun. Although that being said, by that point, Colony 6... Shit. Okay, I'll just finish what I'm saying now before I climb back up. Yeah, Colony 6 was the only area where I hadn't gotten a 5-star affinity level, so I was kind of like, you know what, I will go and complete Colony 6 just so I can find a fucking dragon. Okay. I don't know how long this episode is going to be. I think it might be on the long side. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah. I think I will finish off the episode by saying, despite me like wanting to go fight the dragon for that item so I can make the sword, or weapon, I tried fighting it a few times, mixing up my party. Couldn't do it, although I did get like halfway a few times. Although what I basically had to do was just let it sit there, just sitting in the farm. So, you know, for like a little bit there, Colony 6 just had a dragon as like a pet, you know. Whatever.
I watch your tendrils undulate, a blue bouquet that twirls and sways, a central mass that swirls and deflates. Salsa, Inkbrush, Curling Bomb? Yeah, I'll gladly browse for hours and hours. Your goshic ramble brings me calm. Black bulging eyes stare far inside. What does he see deep within me? From his sharp gaze, no one can hide. How long must I wait in his line? Such tragic lack of crusty snack. I'm almost there, it will be mine. Behind his dour, one-eyed stare, our urgent friend conceals a yearn for making the most out of you.